disappointed, Tasha?
No.
You're not disappointed? You're glad you went out then?
Yeah.
You nearly took them apart in a previous fight. You ripped their arm off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They must have been really nervous of you.
I think they were, but we got stuck on the wall. We couldn't get off, and that was it, really.
But it was more than that, though. Their mighty claw was ripping you apart as well.
Well, only when we were stuck.
Only when you were stuck. What was the tactic this time? Because you wasn't just relying on the spinning disc. You were making the whole robot spin.
Well, I wanted to get the disc up to speed.
Yeah.
Before they got hitting at us. So if I spin up first, get the disc spinning, then come out the spin.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're not the new kids on the block anymore. You're tried and tested old Robotwars now. Everyone's scared of your robot. It didn't work this time, but next time it might, mightn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. You're going to come back then?
Sure.
Yes. And we'll be looking forward to seeing you. Ladies and gentlemen, 13 Black! You must have been nervous.
A little. The thing is with Razor, it can take the hits.
Yeah.
And we knew if we don't burn a motor out again, we would last the duration anyway.
Yeah.
But they could get more hits than us, so we had to get a hold of them. And it's, I mean, them spinning the whole robot.
You were smoking at the end there, though.
Yeah. Oh, we burnt a motor.
Yeah.
But, you know, such is life.
But it was excellent driving. Just getting yourself into that position where you could, like, avoid the two discs and still do damage to the robot. So, really good driving.
Very tricky to run.
OK, listen. Bring on the All-Stars Grand Final. Yeah. Let's hear it for Razor!
Who can stop them? 13 Black couldn't. So Razor march on to the All-Stars Grand Final against Firestorm 4. So, the All-Star Final. Razor double world champions against Firestorm. They'd met before. Razor always strong enough. The beak against the flipper. For me, it's Razor. Craig, come and join me up in the crow's nest. How do you see it going?
Well, you've gone for Razor there. I mean, Razor blew it in the 6th war, but it was very controversial because Tornado had adapted its robot so that Razor couldn't get at it. I don't think Firestorm can do that, and the claw of Razor is mighty, and I think that they come back, they want to prove themselves all over again. People think they're on the slide now because they lost the 6th war, but I think Razor have got a little bit too much, and I'm going to go for Razor myself. Anyway, enough of all this. Let the All-Star Final begin.
What else can we see from Ian Simon and Vinnie Blood?
Firestorm 4.
3 times UK Grand Finalists. At the controls, Graham Bone and Hazel Heslop.
Robotwars, stand by.
In the arena for the House Robots, Dead Metal. Watch those claws. And Sir Killalot, watch just about everything.
3, 2, 1.
The beak of Razor, the flipper of Firestorm 4. Hugely powerful Firestorm 4. Very low ground clearance. 0.1 of a centimetre. Graham Bone at the controls. Very experienced. Previous All-Stars semi-finalists. Now in the All-Stars Grand Final, but under pressure from Razor. Mind you, Dead Metal has Razor in its clutches, and down comes the saw on the armament of Razor. Well, he's grinning it, he's bearing it, and Graham Bone is steering it. Firestorm 4, that is, back into Razor. Razor in trouble momentarily and away. Firestorm 4 wedged under the angle grinder, it seems. They need to move and move quickly because Razor has the CF, the crushability factor. Graham Bone will know that. A design engineered by trade. Man who has guided Firestorm through many a Robot Wars battle, including the grand final of the 5th UK series of Robot Wars when they were beaten by Razor. And Razor crumples down again. Part bird, part reptile. The whole is a mean machine. Also in there, Dead Metal. Razor on top in the All-Stars final. You don't need me to tell you that. Hazel looks glum. Graham Bone looks concerned. Razor looks triumphant. Out come the wings of victory, which signal the wings of doom for the defeated. The crowd waggle the pit banners and flags. Firestorm tries to turn away. It cannot escape the clutches of Razor. Now with the killer wheels, they say. What can Graham do here? Can he get the pneumatic forward hinge flipper to work? Time is running out. I don't think there's any life in that flipper, do you? Not really. I think they are almost accepting the inevitability of defeat. Razor squeezes the beak in. You're talking a very good machine. Crestfallen, I think, is the word. Well, the pit release has been activated. Firestorm, I think, trying to seek a way out. And no wonder. Razor punishing again. They really don't want to let Firestorm off the hook at all. They've made marks and tears and holes, scrapes and scratches. Absolutely dominant once again. Razor are about to win the All-Stars Championship again. Firestorm valiant, but vanquished. And they always knew they were second best. Razor all conquering. Take a bow.
Well, Firestorm have burned themselves out. Razor, the reigning and still reigning All-Star Champion! Who wanted to avoid? You said Razor, but you thought if you did come up against them, you could do them this time. That's the third time they've taken you out. What have you got to do?
It's getting closer.
He made you look like a teabag that time, though, like 1,000 perforations.
Nah, so it's not that bad. It was the one big hole in the top that's taken out the battery. That's why we couldn't go forwards and backwards anymore.
Are you gutted?
Not really, no.
I mean, you must have thought third time lucky, surely.
We did, yeah. But I mean, second's nothing to be like ashamed about. It's a good position.
Brilliant place.
Hey,
Second place.
There was some shots of you in that booth looking very, very sad.
Oh.
But you're smiling again now. You're great competitors.
They're a great team.
You've lost to a great robot.
Right,
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Firestorm 4!
How about that then, Craig?
Well, you're the reigning champions. I thought they could give you a run for the money, but...
Well, they certainly did, didn't they? The machine was completely, absolutely worn out, wasn't it, at the end there? Did you see that?
Yeah,
the battery
about your
capacity.
seat, really, weren't you?
Yeah.
Is Razor going to come back, or are you going to retire it, build a new one?
Well, there's this girl keeps trying to buy it, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah, we had an offer of many thousands of dollars
many
for
thousands?
it. Oh, I can't say.
A lot, though,
Quite
wasn't
a
it?
lot.
An awful
Even
lot.
impress you, Craig.
And you decided to keep hold of it?
At the moment, yeah, it's still competition worthy, and it keeps getting stronger. So it's more powerful for this season, but it is burning its own motors out. So now we've got to upgrade them.
Why is your claw more mighty than any other claw?
Because I lean on the throttle. Lean on
It's willpower.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, pushing the stick down further on the radio doesn't make it any more powerful, but it's sort of the essence.
Well, I tell you, you've got many imitators, but there's only one original. And you're the All-Star Champions. Let's hear it! The All-Star Champions, Razor! Light the fires, scream your applause. They're still the All-Star Champions on Robot Wars.